Last weekend, we saw Arizona go down as an 11-point favorite. This weekend, we've already seen Purdue get upset as a double-digit favorite, but this would have been the first top 25 team upset in 2019. But Iowa State, in 3 overtimes, survives Northern Iowa at home, 26-23. MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football, breaking this one down. I did not see much of regulation. Once they went to overtime, I locked in. So what got us to overtime was basically an Iowa State defense that pretty much controlled this game. They led in yardage during regulation time, 388 to 229. They only gave up 37 yards rushing. So Iowa State, which basically had the best defense, arguably with TCU in the Big 12 last year, and was projected to have the best defense in the conference this year, should have the best defense in the Big 12. Ellerson Smith had a strip sack for Northern Iowa of Brock Purdy. Xavier Williams picked up the loose football. Touchdown. It was a controversial play as Purdy was attempting to throw the ball. I think it was the correct call. Fumble return for the touchdown and the strip sack. And that's what gave Northern Iowa any points in this game via the touchdown to give them a 13-10 lead. It looked like they might be able to hang on for the victory. Brock Purdy led the Cyclones down the field the last drive of the game, got the field goal to make it 13-all. Okay, we pick it up in overtime. All right. Will McElvain, freshman quarterback, first start. Northern Iowa gets the football. Orion Vance, he was the spy on McElvain all day, and he got his steps in, believe me. This McElvain kid will scramble all over the place, reverse field, make defenders miss in the backfield, buy time to look for a receiver downfield, and he did it time and time again. But on this play, Orion Vance stopped them on 3rd and 16 to force the field goal. Now, fortunately for Northern Iowa, they have found themselves not just a field goal kicker, but a backup field goal kicker. Their field goal kicker's hurt. So they go to the true freshman, Matthew Cook, and he went 4 for 4 on this day, including a 49-yarder to take a 16-13 lead, and it turned back over to Iowa State. And fifth-year senior Sheldon Croney, this kid only had 23 rushing attempts last year, but he was pretty much the guy in the backfield for Iowa State in the second half. Didn't carry the ball in the first half of the game at all. And got 8 carries in the second half, and then he was mainly the workhorse in overtime. He had a 14-yard run. Then he had another long run inside the 5-yard line down to the 3-yard line. But 3rd and goal, Purdy couldn't find his receiver. It was pretty much a nothing play. I don't know what they had working there. The receiver basically just ran at in the slot, ran at the defender, turned around, not much of a route, and Purdy missed him, and they had to kick the field goal and settle for a 16-all game going into overtime number 2. All right, LaMichael Petway, transfer from Arkansas to Iowa State. Of course, the Cyclones got the ball, having gotten the ball second in the first overtime. They get the ball, they get the touchdown to Petway, and they take the lead at 23-16. All right, Northern Iowa forced on a 4th and 3 play. McElvain scrambles all over the field. Iowa State looking to close out the game, and McElvain making another tremendous scramble play in which he throws it all the way across the field. Actually, on this one, it was a play in which Mike Rose, the great linebacker for Iowa State, whiffed on the football. Deion McShane, who had 36 receptions last year for Northern Iowa, scrambles into the end zone for the touchdown, and we're tied up again, 23-all. All right, we go to overtime number 3, and this time Northern Iowa can't convert a first down. They turn it back over to their true freshman kicker, their backup kicker, Matthew Cook. He converts to make it 26-23, Northern Iowa. Turn it over to the Cyclones offense to try to keep things alive or win the game. Down 26-23, 6'6" tight end Charlie Kohler converts the first down play into another first down. He caught 3 touchdowns last year, and then it's Croney again, but Croney stacked up at the line of scrimmage inside the 5, fumbles. The ball's laying on the grass. Who picks it up? all the way after making the play fake. Brock Purdy at quarterback rushes in, beats everybody to the football, saves the game because, of course, if Northern Iowa would have jumped on the football, the game would have been over. Purdy not only maintains possession for the Cyclones, he gets a first down with the fumble recovery, and so then they've got a 1st and goal. And there you go. Crony, they trust him with the football even though he just fumbled, and he takes it in from the 2. Iowa State avoids disaster in losing to an FCS team, winning 29-26. Quite the triple overtime game in Ames. Iowa State comes into the season, preseason ranked number 21. Did not look the part today, but basically gave us the kind of game we've expected from Matt Campbell's team over the past 2 seasons in going 8-5, 8-5. Tremendous defense. Opportunistic offense with few playmakers on that side of the ball, but Iowa State wins at 29-26. Would love to know what you think about the Cyclones moving forward if you checked out this one, and we'll be back with more instant analysis here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football.